Hello and welcome to another episode of making Diablo clone in Lisp. So today I am going to be wrapping up again sound effects. I mean, I have all of the code ready, and today I think I'm going to be only, well, picking up the actual sounds, do some sound editing, some normalizing, etc. So perhaps today there won't be so much of the code, but yeah, probably I will show off some code right now. But yeah, before I dive in, I decided to take a little break from streaming, so the next stream would be on the next year on January 16th. So yeah, so having said that, yeah, so this week I've added a bit of the code which actually allows like some variations in sounds. So for like for some situation it wouldn't be like the same sound over and over again, but it could be like different sound files. So let me demonstrate. Okay, so first of all I would have some different sounds here, like, yeah, okay, and let me just show you the CastleDB. So now I'm storing the impact sounds, for instance, in CastleDB database, which is basically just a JSON file that I can load. And for instance, like in this situation, like the impact of mandibles of some giant insect on the human flesh, for instance, you could have three different sounds: mandibles flesh 1, mandibles flesh 2, mandibles flesh 3. So you can see all of those files here. And the thing is, so yeah, as you can see, instead of a keyword, it is just a list of keywords. And I was able to implement that quite simply by implementing one simple around method, namely make component for sound system. And it just checks the type of the parameter it was supplied, and if it is a list, it just picks it randomly from that list using random alt from Alexandria, and if not, it just uses, I mean, if it is a keyword, it just uses this keyword as the sound file designator. So that's that was only that tiny bit of code, and with that it works. So right now, perhaps let me just pause the music. I think I will be without that today. And let me just demonstrate how the fight sounds now. So again, as almost every other time, you would see some, well, like the character, the player character, and the giant insect, the spider ant or whatever. So let's see. So now you can see, yeah, I've made the player character to have 1000 of HP, so this will take some while. So as you can probably hear, right now you can hear like the sound of the swoosh, like the, well, when this giant insect kinda like makes his move, and then like the sound of the impact of the actual thing. So if I manage to run, well, I think I wouldn't be able to run now because I'm missing the run sound and it would error out. But anyway, you also could hear the variations. So it's not like the same sound over and over. It is like different sounds. So let's just hear. Yeah, so those are different. Like different sound every time. And for swoosh too, because obviously this around method would work everywhere, and I just well, tweaked that in the spider ant sprite file. So yeah, I can't run because well, I miss the walking sound. So let's just work on that. I think I had some writings here about the footsteps and whatnot. So let's see. Well, first of all, I think I will just open the old one and see how I implemented that one. So which was that? Heroine something, yeah, cloth, blah, 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 walk. That one, just one. So as you can probably see, it has some specific structure. So it is like one step, like, well, it contains just 2 footsteps. Here we go. So the first footstep like peaks at around 10 milliseconds, and the second footstep peaks at around 410, 420, something like that. So I guess I would have to make this same sound, but well, first of all, I would change the actual sound because this one is kind of too harsh. It's kind of the sound of stepping over some I don't know, stone or something, but actually in the game I mostly have the grass background right now. So I guess I would pick something better. And I reckon I've picked something, but I can't remember what it was. So let me just find those. Yeah, sounds. So something from those. Probably from Kenny. Let me just, maybe I've written that down. Something about footsteps. No, I haven't. 100. Okay, let's see. Let's just see what we got here. So probably, I reckon it was something from Kenny sound set. So let's see. Yeah, footstep. Oh, that's exactly what I used initially. It's kind of very distinctive. So yeah, they all are kind of quite harsh. So I would use some different ones this time. So was it something from here? Footsteps. Yeah, I think that one. Why is it so? Is it like? Okay, let's see. I reckon it is just very silent, so I guess I would just make my sound a bit louder. Yeah, here we go. It's kind of very silent and kind of noisy sound, I guess. That's not very bad. Let's see what do we get else. Oh, now there are several. Okay. Another one. And then this hard footstep. Okay. I would use that later. I guess I would have to implement some sort of mechanic to like have different footstep sound depending on the surface the character is walking on. But yeah, I would do that probably later because it will, well, it's not that trivial, but it's certainly doable. Okay, so I guess I would work with that one because it has like several footsteps, so I could edit out just 2 of those. Alright, let's see what do we have here. Alright, so those all are footsteps, I guess. So how many do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's unfortunate. If the quantity was even, I could just slice it by the 2, but like that I would have just 3 of those and 1 would be left out. But yeah, no problem. Right, so let me just, probably it sounds just too silent. But yeah, anyway. So let's just first edit out the couple of those, and then try and make like proper timings. So let's see. Yeah, I guess I could cut right here. Let's just make a new one. Okay, here we go. So I would have to, well, I don't know, I guess I would normalize all of the sounds after I got all of the samples, so the so it's not that bad that it is that silent. I mean, I would normalize all of the sounds at once later. So I guess I would leave the volume as it is. Okay, so where's the peak then? I don't know, maybe I should like add a bit of volume here, or just to like to see where the peak is, but probably I could tell that it is like around 20 mil or is it 200? Yeah, 200 milliseconds here and around 750 here. All right. Okie doke. So let's just cut it out so it looks like this one. So the first peak should be at 10. Let's do this. So I guess I would have just to remove this. And yeah, the peak would be at approximately... No, wait a sec. Here it is at 10 milliseconds, and here it would be at 100 if I am not mistaken. Yeah, I'm not mistaken. That's 1 second here. Okay. Okay, let's just leave that be and see how it plays out. All right, and the next peak is at around 400. So let's just do this. I would have to remove some bit here. So right now it is at like 650. So I would have to cut out around 250 milliseconds of silence. Okay, so let's just... Well, let's just do this. Yeah, the scrolling in Audacity is not that convenient. Alright, so let's just start at 400 to be precise, and 400 and 250 would be 650. Oh, it is here in the sound area. Okay, let's start at 250 and then we should stop at 500, like this. Okay, so now let's see. That's quite fast. I don't know, so how long this one is? It is a bit longer than 500. Okay, let's see how long the animation is for the heroine. So let's see, walk. So we have from frame 5 to frame 12, so that would be what, 7 frames? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That would be 8 frames, and each frame at 100 milliseconds. So that would be 800. All right. And I guess I've picked, I've selected those peaks here in original file to like to more or less coincide with the steps of the character here. So this would be like the first step, and then if the second peak is at 400 and something, so that would be like this. It would be 0, this 100, 200, 300, 400. Yeah, right. Yeah, and this looks like the second step. Alright. Probably. Yeah, I reckon I did some tweaking because when having it at like 800 precisely, the sound itself, it led to some sound glitches, like the character stops but you still can hear footsteps. So this length is in fact carefully selected. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, so here it is like the very harsh, how do I call it, the attack front. But here in this new one, it is kind of more flattened. Is that the term? Yeah. Huh. Okay, probably. What if I? Well, I don't know. Let's just try this one. So its length is approximately as for the old one. So this should work. So let's just export this one. So how it was called? Okay, I've lost it. Let's just check it out in the sprite file. It should be somewhere here in frame properties, I guess. No, in cell properties. Yeah, like in the default one, which is the zero. Damn it, I just set the opacity to 0. Alright, so properties, yeah, here we go. Heroin clothes walk. Let's just rename it to heroin walk. Or maybe not, because I would have different sounds for like the metallic armor or something. Okay, why I couldn't Control Z that? That's awkward. Alright, let's just type it in clothes. Heroin clothes walk. Okay. So heroin clothes walk. Yeah, here we go. Okay. So let's see. Let's just try and run with the player character. Not very good. Not really good at all. Probably I should make it longer then. Yeah, and it is also quite loud. Compared to that, oh, it's not that loud. Okay. I just exit then, and yeah, right. So what if I don't remove the silence in the middle and leave it? Yeah, so with that, the length is right approximately around 800 milliseconds, just as the animation. So let's just try that. Let's re-export again. How do I re-export? Like in the same file? Okay, I guess I just export again. All right, so let's try that. Oops. Yeah, not very good too. Damn. Yeah, I guess the first, like, front should be at, I mean, it should be earlier. Yeah, it does not sound at all. And perhaps for the time being, let's just remove that critter, because it's kind of annoying to run away from it every time. Okay, so where was I? The footstep. All right, so let's just again remove that silence, and then so what if let's just listen for that. What can I do with that? What if I maybe make the speed faster? I guess it wouldn't make it a lot better, but I just wonder what would happen. how do I change the speed again? Oh, that's a lot of plugins. Something like pitch. Yeah, here we go. So let's just make it twice as fast. Okay, wait a sec. I would just get it back as it was, and then just make the whole file twice faster. So it would make its length to be something around 400. And perhaps I would have to add some silence. Okay, let's just have a test. So the speed. Oh, okay. Maybe not even 2. Okay, let's just make it to be how many? 4. Yeah, 500 exactly. That would be something like 2 and 2, right? New length. Okay, so the current length, right? And we want we want 1 point something, something like all right. So let's see. We have to make it 500 and a bit. So let's see, 1.5. Yeah, something about 1.5. Perhaps this will do. It's not that bad. Okay. Where was I? So let's just export that again. Let's see how that sounds. Yeah, I recall spending a lot of time on the footsteps the first time. Okay, so let's see. Okay, now it's not that bad, actually. Yeah, I guess that will do for a time being. Until I, well, I don't know, have the resources to hire some professional sound specialist for that game. But yeah, that would be sometime later in the future. But still. The sound, though, it is kind of a harsher now. It kind of defeats the purpose, right? Damn. So where was it? Yeah. And before that speed correction. Well, yeah, I think that's because I have my like my volume too high. How do I redo? Yeah, Control Shift that, of course. So if I make it like normal, yeah, I guess that will do. So I will just make slight variations of that sound by cutting another pairs of footsteps from here. So then this will be this pair. So I want that be like what? Let me see. Show that. So I want it to be like a little less than 800 milliseconds, right? Okay. So I guess I can close the old one now. Man, too much of Windows. Okay, so from 120 to, let me see, so 800 it would be to here. Here we go. Let's just new project and again, not very convenient scrolling, and here we go. Let's just change the speed to 1 point, yeah, on 50%. Okay. Okay, cool. So I will rename that first one sound with, oops, with 1. So like this would be the first variation. Oh, I even copied those footsteps here to work on those later, so I guess I don't need those now. Alright, so this is the first variation. So the next one will be the second. Let me just save it here. Wait a sec. Yeah, and it would have like even different timings for a second step, which will, I guess it would be good for like having this natural feeling of your footsteps. I mean, of your character footsteps. So yeah, I should just, okay, which one is that I want them? I think I have them mixed, I guess. Damn it. I can't really recall which one is which. Okay, how do I? Yeah, maybe by looking at the sound shape here. So this is like more wavy. So let me just cancel this speed correction here too. So I guess this would be the second one. God damn it. So let me just close both then and do it again. New project, copy, like speed correction. Yeah, right. Speed correction 50%, and here we go. Expert. Oops. Like the second variation. Okay, and now I will close this one, and the third variation would be those pair of steps. So again, 800 milliseconds, so okay, something from 230, it would be something like this. Right. And paste, speed correction. Here we go. And that is my third variation. Look, 3. Okay, so now I should change my sprite file to accommodate these changes. So now instead of just single heroine cloth walk, I would copy that and have a whole list of those. So heroine cloth walk 1, heroine cloth walk 2, heroine cloth walk 3, and end the list, and yeah, here we go. Okay, so let's see if that works. Yeah, too loud. Yeah, they are like different. Yeah, and it kinda even more or less fits the sprite movement. I mean, this is kinda good. I mean, not perfect, certainly, but I could live with that. Yeah, it sounds exactly like stepping on some rough dirt. So yeah, that will do. Okay, cool, awesome. So now we have steps. we have steps. Let me see. There are actually a lot of different sounds in that sprite. Okay, let's maybe try and attack some critter, because that I guess that would fail because I don't have the sound of impact. Okay, let's just have a try. Okay, first of all, I have to get back this critter, and let's do this. Oops. All right. Oops, too loud. So yeah, if I hit it, we can't open fists to kitten. So yeah, I had some ideas about how to make that sound. So let me see. Fists versus kitten. Kitten, so let me see. Kitten. Yeah, just this one. Okay. RPG sound pack. MISC random 2 and 3. Oh. Okay. It sounds like someone sneezing, actually. But that will do. But still, can't shake the feeling that it is the sound of someone just sneezed. Yeah, right. Okay, so first of all, which length we are talking about? Okay, let me see that another impact sound. So this was like what, mandibles flash, yeah. So this one is 300 milliseconds, and other variations, I guess the same. Yeah, 300 with something. Right, and here almost 400. So let's see. Yeah, I could just remove some silence at the end to feed 300 milliseconds. That's doable. Man, that's a funny sound. Okay, so let me think for a moment. So this would be fists. I guess I probably should mix it with some sound of kind of, don't know, fist punch. Have I some notes about that? Flash, impact, fist. Nope. Flash impact. I'm thinking whether should I even have this fist sound. Well, I certainly would have some component for different weapons. So I have some notes about dagger, yeah, dagger impact, and some metallic weaponry. But yeah, about that fist. So let's see, what about those flash impacts? So that would be RPG. Okay, so let me open both of those. Was it? Yeah. So now let's see. What was it? Flash impact. Well, first of all media. What was it? Hit. Where? Which one? Damn, I should be better keeping my notes. Impacts. Hit. Oh yeah, here we go. Nah, it sounds more like hitting some wooden door or something. What if I actually combine this with this? I don't know. But that's a nice candidate actually. Let's just open that. Huh. Okay. What else? So capex, whatever that is. So capex. Blurb hurt. Okay. Which one is that? Yeah. No. Yeah, that's something about flash actually. What else? Hurt. Let's see. Where was it? Hurt. Yeah. Okay. Again, something flashy. Flash impact versus metallic weapon. New hits. Yeah, right. Exactly. Big punch. Great sword. Long sword. Kitten. Flash impact. Slimy. Okay. Let's see. Kenny. Was it Kenny? Oh, RPG sound pack. RPG sound pack. NPC Slimy. Which one? Flash impact, I guess. Yeah, well, those all are actually really flashy. Yeah, probably I don't want that for a fist punch. So I guess I would just go with combining this hit with both of those kinda kitten sounds. Right, so let's work on that. So I want the length about 300. Let's just make a new one. Again, awkward scrolling. And now I actually want to combine this with this. So how do I guess if I paste it, I would get different, yeah, another, how do you call it, row here. So I want to combine those. How do I, oh no, I removed it. So move, no, I can't see anything here. Track, yeah, it's called track. How do I combine? Oh, mix. Mix and no, I guess this doesn't do anything. Okay. Tracks. Well, first of all, I think I would have to shuffle those a bit, because first there would be this like hit, and only after that it would be this sneezing sound. So I guess I should kinda add some silence here in this track. Can I do just that? Silence. Silence. I don't know. Can I just... Yeah, man, I'm actually quite bad with Audacity, but anyway, I'm bad with any sound editor. Okay, so I actually want... No, how do I... Oh. Ooh. Samples, seconds. Can I just type in seconds? 0. Oh, okay, here we go. Seconds, so I actually want milliseconds. Yeah, here we go. So I want about what? Let's see. So if we have this hit here, so let me just solo. No, okay. So, right. Just even Yeah, so probably I want... Okay, so let's have a look at that. Right. So perhaps I should like start this one here around, I don't know, probably here. So this makes a difference of what? So here it is 50 milliseconds, and here we have like 5 or something. So we want to move it at least 50 milliseconds. Okay, let's just make some silence here. 50 milliseconds. Yay, here we go. So now let's just remove that and try and play it. Yeah, sounds about right. So now how do I just combine, or maybe I should just export those and it would just work? I mean, it's unlikely that OGG format can have like 4 channels or something. Let's just have a try. So my sound should be called what exactly? Fists Kitten. So let's have it. Fists Kitten 1. Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted. Yeah, don't show. All right. Oh, they actually were. Wait, what? Oh, right. That's the file. So let's just listen to it. Where's it? Fist Kitten. Okay, cool, awesome. And now let's just have the second one. So I guess I can. Okay, I will just have that open for reference. Okay, so let's just copy 300 here and make a new one. All right. Here we go. Oops. God damn it. Okay, and now just paste a hit here. Random 3. Which was it? Yep, nope. This one. Let me just move it to the bottom. Okay, here we go. So again, I should probably shift this actual... Oh, let me just listen for that once again. Okay. Nope. Yeah, right. So I probably want this, which is again something like 5 milliseconds to start here. Again, around 50 milliseconds of silence right here. Silence 50. Okay, so let's have a listen. Yeah, sounds about right, I guess. So let's just have try and export that. Fist Kitten 2. And what else? Yeah, and I should change it in CastleDB for that variability. So Fist Kitten 1 and Fists Kitten 2. Here we go. I don't know how to actually... oh, okay. Yeah, Electron app for you here. How do I... not even... Damn it. Again, I'm not even sure how to save it like to the same file, but I guess it does autosave. So let's just have a try. That's nice. Okay, I killed it. Let's have another try. That's fun. That is kind of fun. Alright, cool. I guess that... Yeah, That's funnier than it was before. Yeah, of course I don't have a gulp sound. Maybe I should just copy the gulp sound as it were before, because there is no changes about that mechanic. Okay, where was I? So I'm done with fists versus kitten. I guess I would close those. No, not in this one, this one. All right, hit. Oh, sounds okay. So I guess now I would work with another, first of all, another impacts. I mean, from a different weapons on a character. So let's just put some weapon into player's hands. I can't quite remember how to do that right away. I guess I should create a component, or maybe just drop some item right here to pick that up. That would be simpler. So that would be an item. Yeah, an item with let me just have a look at item system. What parameters do I have for an item? Make component parameters. So parameters. Yeah, first of all, the coordinate. So coordinate something like upper. So maybe, I don't know, -1 and -1 or something. Right, and then let's see, parameters as component coordinate. Yeah, it has component now. Parameters type. So I have the type parameter, which should be one of some list. Yeah, one of this list. Okay. So type of. Let's start with dagger, like the most weak weapon. Okay. Let's see if that actually works. Yeah, not really. Okay, let's put it a bit further. Something like -2 and -2. For it to be more convenient to pick up. Okay. Oh, hello. How did that happen? Let's see. Make object, item type, fists. Yeah, I'm trying to drop a fist. Okay. I mean, like literally drop a fist. I don't want that. That's actually a bug in item system I introduced sometime before. Let's see how it actually happens. So we have a pickup item. I guess I would type some code today and fix that little bug. So pickup item. Here we go. So what do we do here? Make component. Let's just search for make component because it leads to some. Oh, make object. Make object. And we have only one call in here, so this is the incorrect call. Let's see. My coordinate, gulp. No, wait a sec. There should be another one. Drop item. Weird. Oh, I've changed something. Pickup item and then make object item type fists. Weird. How? Probably there is some inline function here, right? So is drop item inline. Yeah, it very much looks like drop item is inline, even though it is not declared as one, which is weird. I mean, does is BCL does this unwanted optimizations. But yeah, anyway, I guess that's the source of a problem here. So yeah, right. Drop item. So I call drop item from here. I should be, yeah, here it is. Drop item weapon. So weapon is equipped weapon class. Yeah, so obviously I should drop it only if it is not fists. Would the next actions make sense? Toggle layer, weapon nil. Yeah, it would make sense too. And then toggle layer type. Yeah, and this would make sense. And then damage calculations, blah blah blah, delete child, item entity, what was it? Yeah, right, the one we are picking up. And then, right. Yeah, okay, so we want to do those two only when, or rather unless weapon not equals to fists. So if it is not, we don't do that. We don't drop it and we don't toggle the layer on the sprite because we don't actually have a fists layer. It is kinda default. But then we toggle the one we picked up. Yeah, here we go. Okay, this should do it. Let's see. The game. Come on, pick that up, damn it. Okay, here we go. Cool. So I guess I should commit that fix. Dagger swoosh. Yeah, that's from the sprite. Okay, so let me just quickly commit that bug fix. Yeah, here we go. Fixed bug with trying to drop fists weapon. I mean, it's kinda... Is it more to the logic here? No, I guess not, because, well, fists are the default weapon, and we don't want to drop a default weapon. Yeah, I guess this kinda makes sense. Alright, here we go. So, dagger swoosh, that's from the sprite. I guess I could just make one. I had some notes about that one too. Combat system here. Dagger impact, yeah, dagger swoosh. Can he draw knife? Let's see. Can he drop knife? Drop, where was it? Draw. I can see drop knife. Oh, draw knife. Okay, yeah, sure. Alright. So I guess those two are good. Let me just... No, that's not very nice because it clearly has the component of kinda leather, like those, how do you call it? Like drawing it from the leather thing. Alright, let's see. Do we have something about knife here? Oh, damn it. Too loud, sorry. No, that's the actual impact. I want some kind of a swoosh. And I have swooshes here. Okay, that's convenient. I would have to listen to... I want it kinda to be very small and kinda slick. Nah, those all are too... I don't know. Wait a sec, I don't have a swoosh for fists, don't I? I mean, wait a sec. Yeah, I don't actually have a swoosh for that. So in swing animation here, I have, oh, okay. Right, here we go, dagger swoosh, and then for short sword swoosh, etc. And then for a great sword, oh, huh, that's weird. Okay, and not even for a long sword. Right, okay. I guess I've just made the mechanic and then I wanted to pick the sounds later. Right, okay. Alright. And then I obviously don't have this swoosh for a hat and for clothes. Because, well, clothes are kinda default. So if I would have a swoosh sound here for clothes, I mean, it should sound like alongside with the one for dagger or something. So let's see. What do we have here about sounds? Sound. Mid-frame sound. So we have a loop for every layer, and when it is toggled, yeah, right. So the thing is, it would sound alongside with dagger if I would have a swoosh sound here in cloth layer. Okay, and I should have some sugary drink. Damn it. Oh man, I love that stuff. Okay. So this is not very convenient, actually. Maybe I should have some different kind of mechanic here, and the sound from a cloth layer would be emitted only if there is no other sound from some toggled layer. Yeah, I guess I would have to do that. Look. And by the way, this would kinda easily fix like walking in the armor situation, because for different types of armor I would have another layer here, and yeah, I definitely should implement that change. Okay, let's type some code, shall we? So, for layer, using the hash values toggled of layers toggled. Right, so the layer should be the keyword, and yeah, right. So, first of all, I would have some finally close in that loop, which would deal with the default layer. And then, well, that's tricky. So first of all, well, this second thing. The second thing is I would have some boolean flag, which would tell me if if the default, no, if some layer which is not the default one was toggled. And when toggled and not default. Okay, so I would also have the default. Right, so any toggle, no, how do I call it? The variable, the flag that would tell me that any layer except the default one was toggled. Oh man, I'm so bad with naming of the variables. With, so like, okay, so this is boolean flag, so it should have the suffix of p. And so non-default toggled, non-default layer. So initially it wasn't, right. Okay. Man, this is getting a bit complicated. No, and by the way, I reckon I could, like, wait a sec. God damn it. I could kind of put a type here in the for clause. So let me just try that. It still compiles. Yeah, it still compiles. So can I do that? Yeah, I guess I can. There was this thread in Stack Overflow about that types in loop. So let me just Google for that quickly. So loop, okay, common Lisp, loop declare type. Yeah, here we go. And yeah, that's the one by Rainer Joswick. So you could do that for I fix num. Or even of type. Oh yeah, okay. This would be better, I guess. Come on. Let me just search for that idiom. I reckon I was using it for something fix num. Yeah, of type. Here we go. Of type. And here I haven't used of type. And I guess I should count of type. Okay, so now here for layer of type keyword. So about that thing of type, the structure type spec. Oops. Type spec. Simple type spec. Example type d type spec, and d type spec is type specifier, or yeah, whatever. So type spec could appear where? Damn it. New keyboard. So var type spec 4. It could be in 4, but could it be in width? Macro loop. Oh yeah, with close, with var type spec. Awesome, just awesome. So with blah 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 blah. Let me just have another look here. Yeah, right. Of type boolean. Awesome, it compiles. So now I should also have, well, the actual default layer, and I guess it should go first here. With default layer of type keyword, and that would be, what would that be? Layers, layer names. I reckon that should be the first element in this list. Right? I mean, it should be. Position layer, layer names. Cursed list. Oh, initial contents. Size. Get hash aref layer ID. Right. I can't quite remember if that that's how the things work here. Wait a sec. Oh yeah, first layer names. Yeah, exactly. That's the default layer. Perhaps I even should have it like some inlined function. Should I? Yeah, let's have it for brevity reasons. So, layer some claim inline, obviously. Default layer. So it would be a function that takes what? An entity, I guess. With sprite, yeah, entity. Oh, entity is fixed num. So it would take a fixed num and it would return a keyword. And that's my default layer function. Default layer. All right. So default layer. So obviously we should have a macro with sprite to access sprite information, which probably would lead to some not very optimal code, but anyway. So with sprite entity, we should return first of layer names, and that's basically it. Here we go. Okay, so now I could replace it here. Default layer of entity. Oh. How I forgot to close my door? Yeah, that's paranoid, but give me just one moment. I would be right back. Yeah, I did close my door. Sorry. So where was I? Default layer. So I can replace it here with default layer of entity and try and compile that. Okay, cool. Default frame property to, yeah, anyway. So here it should be just default layer of entity. Right, so now I have default layer, non-default layer toggled P. Alright, so when toggled, okay, so so the condition here should be that it is not a default and it is toggled. So which should I put first? So I guess toggled just requires, well, to look at the value, and the another one requires to actually do an equality check, which would be just one comparison instruction, but anyway. So when toggled and not equals layer to default layer. Right. Oh, this is the time you enjoy that common Lisp is Lisp2, because I have default layer function and now I have default layer variable, and it would work just nicely. Okay, so if toggled and not layer is default layer. Alright, so when it all is true, what do? Okay, only when we do have a sound on that layer, only then we toggle that flag. Oops. Only then. So we set non-default layer. Oh, God damn it. Yeah, that one. We set it to true. And then, okay, let's try and compile that. It compiles. Awesome. So now finally we would deal with that default thing. Yeah, so if, I mean, when, damn it, when, it's not even toggled here, it is actually sounded. How do I formulate that in English? Sounded, is that a word? Sounded. Non-default layer. Let's just call it sound emitted. Sound emit. God damn it. So the noun here is non-default layer, and then the verb is, well, sounded default layer, had sound, yeah, something like that. No, had non-default layer, had sound. Oh man. Oops. Alright, non-default layer, had sound. Now this kind of makes sense. So when it, unless it had sound, unless non-default, god damn it, sound toggled. Oh no, non-default layer had sound P. So unless it is true, what do? We actually emit a sound from a default layer, if it exists. And actually it would just duplicate this one, but not exactly, because there would be no this line. Should I use a flat here, or do I just, yeah, let's just use a flat. Frame property, yeah, okay. I always forget how many parentheses should I put here. Is it 2 or 1? 2, I reckon, yeah. So emit something like emit, or should I just rename this daemon variable to sound emitted, non-default layer, emit sound emitted, sound emitted. Is that even a word? Emitted? I guess it is. Non-default layer emitted sound P. Alright. Such a pretentious name for just one boolean flag. Okay, I obviously have to change it here. Okay, so the helper function here would be actually emit layer sound. So what it would take? It would take obviously a layer. Entity is kinda in this environment here. So that's that, I think. So we will put that here, but without this setf here. Okay, so when let sound from property from entity sound layer, we do make component in sound system with that entity and with that sound. All right, here we go. So now here, instead of doing this one, we just, oh, but it should also return something to indicate if there was a sound to do this setf. Oh man, so let's see. So when let is macro expanded to when, right? Yeah, it is. So when would return nil if it had, well, when the condition was false. So does make component return something? Oh man. I can't even. Yeah, I reckon I define make component in a macro. So let's just switch to components and see. Make component. Oh, all right. Weird. I guess I define it in systems. Make component, no. Weird. Okay, let's just go to no, that's the generic itself. I want to go to, okay, let's just go to, I don't know, sound system. Oh, in prefab, in dev prefab. Okay, so make component, which is weird, but okay. Nil. Hello. How? Why? Weird. Really weird. Oh, I guess it's just the around method which does all of the heavy lifting, isn't it? Oh yeah, here we go. Around method which calls make prefab component, and then calls issue, which is yeah, probably I should just return. But yeah, what would I return when making component if entity is just some index and component are just again some stuff in some global arrays? So yeah, so does issue return something? If async, and is it async? Yeah, by default it is async, so it calls %issue, which just does global vector push, which does okay, so what does it return? Setf, so it returns the value, which in this case would be event structure, the component created. Okay, it kinda makes sense, I guess. Okay, I can so I guess I would have to test it live. Let's just start the game and make some component for some, I don't know, some entity. Hello, beautiful. So let's just make component while keep running. Make component for I don't know, sound system. Hello. For a player entity with so what it else, with parameters of, I don't know, prefab gulp. Okay, so it returns this structure, right, which is non-null. Entity sound whatever. Okay, all right. So it would obviously return non-nil, so I can use it here, like when emit layer sound. Man, it just even looks like syntactically nice, if that's a word. Semantically, I don't know, but anyway, yeah, layer. So layer would be layer, and then if that's true, we do this setf, and that's it. Okay, cool. And then finally, unless, yeah, it just sounds nice, like when emit layer sound layer setf non-default layer emitted sound blah 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 to t. Okay, so unless it is what do we do? We kinda do the same thing, but for the default layer. Emit layer sound for a default layer. Okay. So now this kind of should work, but to test it, I would have to set, I don't need this. So I would have to set some swoosh sound for like both fists, like for this cloth layer, and for, I don't know, dagger. And then I'd have to see. So where was this swoosh sound? I guess I would have to just put it one frame before for, I don't know, an effect. Dagger swoosh, okay, dagger swoosh. And then here I reckon I had some sound for a short sword, and I would also put it here, short sword swoosh. Right, and then here nothing. Okay, so now I would also add swoosh here for cloth. So that would be fists swoosh, or fist, no, fists, fists, yeah, fists swoosh. Okay. I'm wondering though why it was working with a dagger. So when I pick up that dagger, come on, pick that up, damn it. Oh yeah, fist swoosh, we can't find it. Okay, so I guess I would have to just pick a swoosh for fists, and I have quite the assortment here. Okay, I guess this one is just fine, actually. Okay, let's just make it a bit louder. Yeah, maybe fourth or... Yeah, I guess fourth will do, or yeah. I could just pick several. So let's just go with, I don't know, first, third, and fourth. Oops. I would have to edit those a bit though. Well, first of all, to rename to fists swoosh 1, fists swoosh 2, and sorry, and fists swoosh 3. Yeah, and then I would have to add this variability here in sprite. So again, instead of just one, I would have the whole list with those. So fists swoosh, let me copy that. Fist swoosh 1, fist swoosh 2, fist swoosh 3. Alright, here we go. And then yeah, I wanted to edit those a bit. So let's just have a look at spider ant swoosh. I wanted to just check out the length. So the length here is 200 milliseconds. I guess I don't need that. So here it is what? Also almost 200, and here 300. Okay. Oh, and it starts. Yeah, it starts almost right away, like with the attack front. Yeah, almost there, like 20 milliseconds in. 20 or 30, yeah, rather 30. So 30 milliseconds in. And yeah, right, okay. So, fists swoosh. Let's see. Yeah, I think I should delete this silence here. Yeah, like something around 30 milliseconds. And then the length is also too big. So probably remove some of that. Something like that. Oops. Yeah, that's nice. So I would just re-save it. Which was it? Fist swoosh 1. Yep. And then this fist swoosh 2. Again. So I should move this peak at around 30 milliseconds, which means I should remove something in the range of 40 milliseconds. Okay. So it's not very nice to cut this nice audio information, but I guess I would have to just go with it. Somewhere from here. Can I? Okay. Alright, so now we have peak at approximately 30 and the overall length. Okay, it's too big. So let's just cut it a little. We want around 300. So let's see. And what if... Damn it. Yeah, I can use that, I guess. So let's just cut it somewhere here. Yeah, here we go. Okay. Well, how? Man. Okay, good. So let's export that to fist swoosh 2. Yep. Okay. And then fist swoosh 3. This one is not that loud. Oh, and the length is also less than expected. Okay, so it kind of starts, or rather has its peak at around 40 or 50 milliseconds. So I would have to cut just 10 or 20. Let's see. Yeah, let's start somewhere here. Yeah, that will do. Let's just export that to fist swoosh 3. Yep. Okay. So let's see how that sounds. Yeah. Yeah, that's nice. That's really nice. Okay, nice. Let's pick up a dagger. Come on. So, yeah. Sounds dagger swoosh. Okay, this mechanic works. This loop I've rewritten here, I guess. I'm tempted to look at its like internals in terms of performance before moving to this dagger swoosh. So give me just a second. Let's just turn on the optimization. Yeah. Compile that again. Oh yeah, the return time not fixed values. I can use non-return convention. Oh. Right. I actually only want a boolean here, so how do I convert anything to boolean in Common Lisp? I guess I would have to Google that. Awkward. So, okay, Common Lisp convert to boolean. I reckon there was some way, not really. I can choose boolean to curse, analogous to blah blah blah, sort of end form t will return t. Oh yeah, end t. Yeah, that was the trick. I reckon Michael Fiano told me that trick. So you can use end t here. Yay! It compiles even without warnings. Okay, cool. So let's have a look at its disassembly. Just a quick glance. Mid frame sound. Okay, it's not that bad. 600 bytes, a lot of mofs here, like an awful lot. And then some comparison and jump to label 4, which does some mofs and jump to label 1, and otherwise jump label 0. Oh yeah, this is inlined first. I guess no, it's not. Oh yeah, this is just moving through the hash table, I guess. So then call L5. Fun. F flat. Yeah, this is the F flat, which does get hash, another get hash, and make component. Yeah, okay, that looks slick enough. So I guess I should put optimization back, but anyway. Okay, so now we want dagger swoosh. So I reckon I had some notes about that. Oh yeah, Kenny, and that wasn't very nice. Okay, let's perhaps listen to those swooshes then. Those, almost all of those, except maybe this one, sound like a fist swoosh, if you get what I'm saying. And that's like some big thing. Okay, let me just write that down. Swooshes. So swooshes 13 is kinda heavy, maybe great sword. And I've taken for the fist like this one, and yeah, those. Yeah, probably I shouldn't have. Probably I should have just went with that one. I don't know. Let's hear to all of those. Wow. Oh, thank you. This one kinda has like all of them at once, I think. So I would just, I don't know, rename it like that. Again, several, yeah, weird. It definitely has some click right in the middle. Yeah, not very nice. Okay. Right, so those all, except maybe this 13, which is kind of heavy. I don't know. So maybe I should just change the that one for fists to those two, because only those are kinda bleak. They are not as sharp as others compared to this. Okay, so let's do that. So one of those actually is this second, or was it? Yeah, fourth. Yeah, this 3. So let's remove those two. Rename that one to 1. And then, okay, so it should be 4th. Yeah, that's 4th. So I will take this one and have it as fists swoosh 2. And maybe tweak it a little bit. Again, 30 milliseconds. Yeah, length is okay, so yeah, an attack front is kinda around at 30 milliseconds, so I would just leave it be. Alright, so I then have to tweak it here to not have the third one, because now I don't have the third file. Okay, and now alright, so I guess I would use the 13th for a greatsword. Yeah. And some of those maybe would make sense for a like medium weapon, like long sword and short sword. Okay, so I've used which one? I've used the 2. Let me just put it here, something like that. And I've used 4th. Okay. So let's just quickly hear all of those again. Also 41. Heavy or medium? Oops. Heavy or medium. I can't kind of. Yeah, sure. Why do I have several of those in one file? Okay, I'm starting to just not hearing any difference, so yeah, I'm just growing a bit tired. Okay, I haven't finished everything again, so I would have to work on sounds a bit more, even though the end is closer. Oh yeah, I guess I should commit those changes I've done here. Yeah, so first of all, this tiny refactor in here. Minor refactoring. And then this change, which tweaks the mechanic for a default sound. So we... Okay, so let's just... Oh yeah, I probably should also include that one. It's not a refactoring per se, but it makes the code a bit nicer. So let's just amend and, well, force push. Why am I pushing right away? Okay, so then this change, which tweaks the mechanic of a sound from default layer. So Yeah, it looks kinda scary, I mean this code, but it compiles to really nice slick function and it is really logical. I'll just describe the change. So the change is that now, no, not now, how do I, so okay, what is the essence of the change here? Now we emit the sound from a default layer only when there were no sounds from other layers. So emitting, okay, now probably is the word here. So now emit the sound from a default layer. Wait a sec, does it work for a spider ant? Let's see, spider ant. So yeah, it has only one layer, which would be the default. So yeah, I guess this would work, right? I mean, for swing, I should have, yeah, spider ant swoosh here. 3 different swooshes. And yeah, I definitely heard swooshes, so yeah. So now emit the sound from a default layer, from a sprite's default layer, only when there were no sounds on other layers. Only when there were no sounds on other layers. Okay. I guess that's it. Right. So yeah, I would continue to work on that, and probably at the start of the next year I would make a little update with the with those sounds tweaked for all of the sprites. But until then, I guess, yeah, that's all for today. So thanks for watching, and if you want more, come back 16th of January, which also would be the Saturday. So yeah, thanks for watching again. Take care and goodbye.